Are the Sheikah really who we think they are? Within the Zelda Wii U trailer, we encounter this Sheikah symbol. What does this mark signify? Long before the Kingdom of Hyrule existed, the Golden Goddesses created the world. In their wake, they left behind the Triforce, a golden relic capable of granting the wish of any user. To look after this power, the goddesses entrusted the Triforce over to the goddess Hylia. However, she too would need help. This is where we see the rise of the enigmatic tribe. Presumably, the Sheikah acted as the guardians of Hylia and eventually the incarnations of Zelda. And during the events of Skyward Sword, Impa would take great care in keeping this responsibility. Shifting the story to the feats of the Sheikah, we come to the Fused Shadow, created by interlopers who excelled at magic, with the Sheikah eye symbol appearing on the relic. In addition, with the mark displayed in the throne room of the Palace of Twilight, we can indicate a connection between these interlopers and the Sheikah people. In short, we can infer that the Shadow Folk are proficient in using magic. Now that comes to the question, what is magic in the Zelda series? Simply put, throughout the Zelda franchise, magic is used more or less as an energy source to perform unique feats. In Ocarina of Time, magic is used to power up special arrows, such as the fire, ice, and light variants. In addition, you can use magic to power up the goddess spells. Din's Fire, Pharaoh's Wind, and Neru's Love are examples of this. We may point to more examples to Link to the Past and Wind Waker. In short, as far as a player's perspective is, we can see magic as presented within the Zelda series as a power source used to power up spells. Now, what other properties does magic have in Zelda mythos? Apparently, this substance, whatever it is, can be condensed down to a green potion. Additionally, magic can also be bestowed on individuals, such as the case when the Great Fairies gave the Hero of Time the ability to use magic. So from this, we can determine that magic acts as an energy source to power up spells, and it is also transferable. Alright, so let's try to pin down the first magic users. To do this, we have to go back to the beginning of the Zelda timeline, Skyward Sword. This is where we come to a curious phenomena. Absolutely none of the inhabitants of Skyloft use magic, besides Zelda for reasons we will get into. Really, the only flesh and blood individual that utilized magic is a Sheikah known as Impa. So where did magic originate from? If not from Skyloft, then where? This is where we come full circle to the Sheikah. In Skyward Sword, we come across a lost civilization, a technologically advanced one at that, capable of developing robotics. What powered this technology is of course Timeshift stones, but on some of these minerals, we do see a curious symbol, the Sheikah insignia, and we have seen a similar appearance within the Zelda Wii U trailer, along with some concept art. But what does this indicate? Well, let's delve even deeper. We have concluded that magic is both used as an energy source and is also transferable. So where did the Sheikah learn how to use magic? The goddess Hylia. The Sheikah again acted as Hylia's guardians. Perhaps the goddesses in general were the progenitors of where magic as we know it came from. If we look at Zelda, who is the incarnation of Hylia, this would make sense. During the events of Minish Cap, it is stated that the incarnations of Zelda possess a unique energy, the Light Force. Perhaps this has a connection to the goddess Hylia. With this, we can go even deeper. During the events of Wind Waker, we come across the boss known as Godan, the guardian of the Tower of the Gods. This being was created by the goddesses, and we see a magical aura emitting from this entity, an aura that is similar to the one found within the Zelda Wii U trailer. So, how is this all connected? Magic, as presented within the Zelda franchise, is used as an energy source to power up special feats, and it is also transferable. We find origins of magic wielders within the Sheikah tribe, an extension with the goddesses themselves, leading to Godan, who emits a similar magic aura found within the Zelda Wii U trailer. This might be a bit controversial to say, but what if magic in the Zelda series isn't what we think it is? What if it is some kind of an energy source that originated from the Sheikah and the goddesses themselves? What if this magic and the robotics found in Skyward Sword have a similar origin? This would explain the technology found in Zelda Wii U, the Sheikah artifacts, Godan's energy, all derive from the same energy source. Perhaps Zelda Wii U will go in depth on what is this energy source, what is this magic, and how the Sheikah utilized it. Paralleling to our world, in early history many forms of science were considered magic. Perhaps in the Zelda series, something similar is occurring. Perhaps the very term magic is just a label to identify something people just don't understand, and that magic as we know it in the Zelda franchise was a lost energy source that can be traced to the Sheikah and the goddesses. To further support this theory, let's go to the event surrounding Majora's Mask. In it, we find a dairy ranch known as Romani Ranch, and in a side quest concerning this location, aliens come down to steal the ranch's cows. Now, why do they do this? Romani Ranch produces a unique beverage, Chatao Romani. This substance is able to grant Link unlimited magic for a full 3 days. So from this we can infer that these beings want Chatao Romani, but why exactly? Within the 3D remake of Majora's Mask, you can see photos of flying saucers found within the Stockpot Inn. From this we may deduce that these beings have stolen cows from the ranch for a considerable amount of time. Could it be that these beings were stealing cows from Romani Ranch to obtain Chatao Romani, which is a substance that gives off unlimited magic for 3 days? And what if they seized this substance as a power supply? It is possible. If this is the case, then what is magic in the Zelda series? Is it some kind of a force that may perform unique feats? And what does this mean in context with Skyward Sword? The earliest magic user in the Zelda timeline who isn't a goddess or a demon is a Sheikah, known as Impa, and we do see Sheikah symbols found on Timeshift stones. Could it be that magic and Timeshift technology have a similar origin, one that is connected by both the Sheikah and the goddesses? A connection that has traveled throughout the entire Zelda timeline, and will this connection be explored within Zelda Wii U? Perhaps. In the end, however, magic as presented within the Zelda series may not be what we think it is. Perhaps it has an origin found within the Sheikah and the goddesses, and through this origin spawned an ancient technology, one that is powered with unique energy sources from both Timeshift and magic. Could this explain the technology found within Zelda Wii U? Could this explain the game's Sheikah connection? Only time will tell. On a final note, if magic is really an ancient energy source, then what does that make the character Fi? In Skyward Sword, Fi is an entity created by the goddess Hylia, who lives inside the goddess sword, and eventually the Master Sword. But what if she too is a remnant of ancient technology? Think about it. The way Fi speaks is oddly reminiscent to how a robot or a computer program would communicate. Is Fi really some sort of an artificial intelligence? And she was created by the goddess Hylia. If this is true, is the goddess Hylia really a goddess at all? Or is she actually a member of an extremely advanced race? I am not sure. And going further into this line of thought is more speculative than anything else. But back to Zelda Wii U. When the first trailer was released back in 2014, many were startled to find technology in the Zelda series. Well, what if magic in the Zelda franchise and this technology has a similar origin, one that concerns both the Sheikah and the goddesses? This may or may not be true, but when Zelda Wii U is finally released in 2017, perhaps we will find our answer. The plot of this new Legend of Zelda game may be enigmatic, but it may be one that is enjoyable. Nonetheless, there are unresolved questions. What role does Link have to play in this new tale? Does it concern the Sheikah and their lost technology? Will a new energy source be explored? Well, we have to wait until the game's release to find out. Thanks for watching The Theory, everyone. If you have any questions, suggestions, or theories of your own regarding this topic, then comment below. We would love to hear it. Our next theory is a pretty special one, and it just might tip the scales. If you would like to assist in the development of these kind of videos, then support us over at Patreon. Thanks for watching The Theory, everyone. Also, special thanks goes to RFMH Gaming for helping out to edit on this video. He has been amazing help lately. Honestly, I cannot wait for E3. Finally we will get Zelda Wii U info. Hopefully we will get an actual name for the game. One can only hope. Anyways, I have to be heading out now. Hope you all the best and take care.